Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team Career here on the PC with Cadillac for our Season 1 finale. Tonight we head to Yas Marina for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So the final Grand Prix is in 3 days, and we are still nearly $3 million in debt because we didn't earn a penny from our last race. It was not good in Qatar. Thankfully, we will probably not be going back there next season. The votes, the poll, which you can vote on, ends at the end of this live stream. So far, Qatar is miles ahead of every other circuit to be removed from the calendar. So yeah, hopefully we won't have to suffer that circuit next season. As it is though, we are in desperate need of cash, because our builds are going to go up next season. We need to clear that debt as quickly as possible. I'm not sure if we're going to get any money from our sponsors at the end of this season. It doesn't look like it. Maybe it'll just be rolled into our starting budget. I'm not sure. It's not showing us next season yet. But we did put in a sponsor agreement here on the 22nd, and it's 6 weeks. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In theory, we should have it somewhere around here. Whether or not we do or not, I don't know. I'll keep my fingers crossed on that one, because we could do with that extra 6 million. And also, the more debt we carry into next season, or the less money we carry over into next season, the more likelihood is that we're going to have to pre-allocate a lot of our sponsorship to a lump sum at the beginning of the year, rather than substantial payouts throughout the season, which will hurt us in the long run. Short term it'll be good, and we're going to have to pay for engines, we're going to have to pay for car upgrades, we're going to have to pay our driver salaries, which aren't going to be cheap next season. We'll see how it goes. I haven't wasted my money. What I've done is activated super hardcore mode. Right. So weather's going to be dry, as it always is at this circuit. Let's see, shall we? Cars are in decent enough shape. There's a slight difference between the two, and that's mainly just down to the front wing. Perez is running the older front wing, so that both drivers will have spare front wings going to the Grand Prix. Otherwise, neither of them will have spares, and it could completely screw up our race. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do for targets tonight. I think we'll probably play it safe and go 20th with both, as Ricciardo's overall rating dips by a point. That's not ideal. But he's still cheap. Yeah, a few points gone. Has that affected his commerciability, or is he still 88 marketability? Oh, he's gone down to 83. Okay, he's still good. He's still very good. Yes, I know, we're in debt. So, the Drivers' Championship has been decided. As you can see, Charles Leclerc is substantially behind, 65 points behind. There are just 25 points available. I was going to say 26 then, but of course there is no point for the fastest lap. So with 26 points, no longer an option. It's just 25. And yeah, that still leaves him 40 points short, even if George doesn't finish and Charles wins. So George is confirmed as Drivers' Champion. Mercedes and McLaren are separated by 18 points going into tonight's race. And there was a real opportunity for McLaren to close that gap right up last night, with George having a disaster and Antonelli not having a particularly strong race either. Whether or not that will become a the opportunity that let this championship slip away from McLaren remains to be seen. They have been in pretty good form, but they just don't have the raw power of Mercedes, it would seem. Let's do a comparison between the two cars when we get to race weekend day. And let's see, first of all, which McLaren is the better car. Are they the same or are they different? Ooh, there is a little bit more downforce on Oscar's car. Slightly better acceleration on Lando's car as a result. He's got slightly better tyre wear, but it's negligible differences. If anything, I would say Oscar's definitely got the better car. That's where it sits in terms of rankings. You can see their downforce isn't amazing, but they do have very good dirty air performance. And then pretty good speed, good acceleration, pretty decent DRS as well. Tyre wear is the best on the grid. So that will help them with those strategies. Let's convert over to Mercedes and see which of those two cars is better. George's or Kimi's. George very much has the faster car with more acceleration. He is trading off 5.5% on his DRS to achieve that, though. Has slightly less low-speed performance, slightly more medium, slightly less high-speed, slightly more dirty air tolerance. So, yeah, George has definitely got the stronger car, I think, on balance, given the small negligible differences in downforce levels, but the pretty big difference in terms of speed. Having said that, though, that DRS could be key around this circuit. So I would say reasonably well balanced, those two cars. And, well, I think it's clear to see that McLaren do not have a car that is anywhere near as good as the Mercedes. They are down in every single category between their best car and Mercedes' best car, except in terms of tyre wear. Everything else, they are struggling. How much of a speed difference is it? About half a kilometre. A couple of percent in DRS. They're down decent little amounts in the downforce as well. These aren't small gaps, especially the high speed. They're down about 3%, 3.5% in dirty air. They do have a very nice tyre wear advantage, but that's it. That's all they've got. So it's very much big advantage to Mercedes, not just because of the car performance, but coupled with the 18-point lead that they have. I would expect Mercedes to wrap up the championship tonight. But stranger things have happened. We saw George involved in two separate incidents last night, neither of which he was really at fault in, and it broke his car, and he had to pull in and retire. And Kimi just had a shocking Grand Prix. So, yeah, who knows what might happen tonight. We might see something similar. We might see McLaren have a bit of a shocker, or we could have a really thrilling race that takes it right down to the last few laps. I'll keep my fingers crossed on that last one. Evening, Esparta. Hello to everyone else who's lurking in the chat as well. Do feel free to say hello. Let's have a look at the strategy. It's going to be warm, not hot. So that might make things interesting with tyres. We are going to give our rookies a run, and we are going to use some hard tyres in practice tonight. So we'll be keeping some extra softs available for the race, just in case. Let's set the targets then. Do I want to risk 8? I'm going to go 18th with Valtteri. Even though he's been underperforming against Checo, he's got the better car, slightly. He's got the better engine, which, as Checo's car approaches 50% on the engine, could be critical. And we'll go 20th with Perez. We'll try and hedge our bets a little bit. Evening, Farrah. Right, off we go to Abu Dhabi.
The season draws to a close here with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The Yas Marina circuit was completed in 2009, and we've seen a fair share of celebration and commiseration over the years since then. The scenery may be spectacular, but this weekend, all eyes will be on the track. It was Charles Leclerc who tasted victory in the last race, but he will surely be looking to find the recipe for success again and achieve another podium place. Let's see what the weekend has in store.
Evening, madman. Right, let's get the rookies in the car and swap out the parts. 35% engine and 24% ERS. This is mainly, you know, apart from the engine, it's mainly now just making sure that the rookies don't destroy the car and ruin our best engine parts. I don't think our main drivers are likely to do that in their 2 sessions, but well, stranger things have happened. We'll come to the setup in a moment. Run plan, Abu Dhabi's normally 18 laps. Let's go with 24 laps of fuel. We're going to be putting softs on the car in this session for the rookies. Save the hards for the next session. And let's put Jack in this car and Logan in the other car. Actually, no, I do want car parts. There we go. So we're down to 51%, which means that engine's about to go into the yellow. But can't really do much about that. I'm not spending 5 million that I do not have to buy a new engine. Got to use that ERS. It's the only one we have. We will switch out the gearbox though and hope that that doesn't blow up. Run plan again, 24 laps of fuel. Put the ERS into harvest so that it stops it wearing quite so quickly. Did I do that for the car 1? Yes, I did. So setups, and as always, this is a circuit where the setup window can fluctuate massively. There is no, killer strategy starting point or killer setup starting point, unfortunately. The only main consistency is the front wings, usually somewhere between sort of 4.5 and 6. I'm going to start with a 5. Rear wings usually are 12.5, but can go down to a 12 or up to a 13. The toe. The roll bar can go anywhere from, a 6.4 all the way across to a 1.9. It's crazy in that respect. It's so hard to get the car spot on, on your first go. Usually sort of middle to high on the camber. Toe can be quite high, usually maxed out, but can, by the same token, go quite low every now and again as well. So it is one of those very difficult cars to just nail straight off the bat. We'll start though with a 5. We'll go with the 12.5 on the rear. We'll go middle of the road here. We'll go 3.7. And then I think I'll push this up to about there. I'm going to whack that all the way up. And that is car 1. I don't know what to do about car 2. Do I want to go from a slightly more extreme setup? Let's try something a fair bit more extreme. So we'll go with a 4.5 on the front, sorry. We'll go up to a 13 on the rear. Let's take that to the 6.4. This time we're going to go down just a little bit. Let's go down to about there, and we'll take that down to there. And let's see if that works. The only real consistency is that the sliders tend to sort of hover around that kind of configuration. But even then, it's not a guarantee. So we are very much pissing in the wind a little bit here. And hoping we don't get any on us.
Green light.
We do have some other rookies out today. Dino Beganovic in for Charles Leclerc.
Radio check.
Ugo is in for Norris.
Radio check.
No rookies at Red Bull, Mercedes, or Alpine, or Williams, or Haas, or Racing Bulls,
Copy, loud and clear.
or Audi or Aston. So it's actually just those two and our two are the only rookies running. I'm surprised at that. I would have thought we would have seen quite a lot more rookies here tonight.
Copy.
But apparently not. Last chance to cast your votes. We'll be closing the poll down on the community tab, the posts tab of the channel, at the end of this stream. So if you have not voted yet to have your say in next season's calendar, this is your last opportunity tonight. You've got about 2.5 to 3 hours left. Evening, Bill. All right, let's whack up the speed and let's see if the tyres fire up properly while we're in practice here. They do, and they look like they might possibly keep going higher than that. Sargent's tyres threatening to push up a little higher. Maybe they're settling around 90 degrees, which means the top of their window will be about 95 degrees. But there's absolutely no way we're going to get anywhere near 24 laps. We're down to 35% and we've done 12 laps. So we're going to be lucky to get 15 out of these in the race. Probably more like what we've got now. Maybe 12 laps. So let's take a look at feedback. 62%. We gambled with Logan's setup. We went extreme and we were not rewarded for that risk. I have to say I'm surprised that we haven't had feedback from Jack yet as well, because normally we get excellent feedback from Mark Slade, but maybe it's down to individual drivers in when it comes to reserves and affiliates. Are we even going to make it before they run out of tyres?
What about tyres?
There's the tyre wear warning. So we've got maybe 1 lap left in these tyres.
8 firm.
Time is ticking down quite quick as well. Need that feedback this lap. And Sargent's tyres have dropped out of the window. There's the temperature starting to dip. Looking at the track temp.
And tyre phase update when you can.
Maybe it did dip slightly and it's going back up again.
Copy, understood.
Come on, Jack. Give me the feedback. Please. There we go.
Can help you with
75%. Oh, so a lot of work to do there as well. Not a great start to practice.
watch your speed.
As we head in behind Pierre Gasly.
So stopping on the marks.
Pit entry.
And Sergeant punctured on the way back. I kind of expected that to happen. So this could go either way. This could go to a 13. It could go to a 12. I don't know which way to go. I'm going to go to a 12, I think. Let's see. That needs to change as well. I'm actually going to push that out to a 1.9 so I can bring this back. Oh, no, that's too much. Let's go to a 2.8 then. I want to bring that back down a little bit. Now that's nowhere near. All right, let's do that. Let's try bringing that up. Maybe increase the front wing a little bit. I have no idea if that's going to be good or not, but we've got the right size gap just about there. We've got a good size gap there and there. I think we've probably overcooked this slightly. I'm not feeling confident about that at all. Not in the slightest. This is normally quite high. Oh, I don't know what to do. Let me revert back. Maybe we'll just go the other way with our roll bar and work from there. So let's try a 4.6 as a starting point. Bring that down. Leave that where it is, but now that gap might not be big enough. So let's go to a 5.5. Oh man, I don't know what to do on this one. Let me wait till... well, no, I can't, because Logan's going to take a while to get back to the pits, and it's going to take Jack a while to give me all that feedback. So I have to do this car first. All right, let's go back to the initial thought of a 2.8. I need to be able to extend the space here, and I can't, so I think I'm going to have to bring it and go down the other way. Take it down there to about there. Oh, I haven't done the rear wing yet, have I? Which way do I go on the rear wing? Let's go there. Let's go to a 12. Bring that back up a bit. And let's try that. Let's see how we do with that. Run plan. I'll put 18 laps of fuel in, but we won't get 18 on the tyres. How far is Sergeant away? Oh, there he is. Sparking in the way in the distance. I'm not going to use the app. Never have, never will. I'll always do it the hard way. It's just more rewarding when you get it right, but a lot more frustrating when you get it wrong. Okay, we are very far off. Let's go very extreme on that. Let's bring that down to a 12.5. Let's maybe bring that up to a 5. We're going to bring this up. And that's... it's not quite enough. Let's go to a 5.5. That gives me a little bit of movement there. I can maybe go another click. And we'll try that. We'll see how good that is. Again, let's strip out some fuel. And we'll speed them up. That goes Jack. Russell's looking quick, so is Antonelli. The McLaren's not looking so good at the moment. But again, pinch of salt with practice times.
coming past you now. Reminder for brake temperature.
And is that George popping out behind me? Or is it Antonelli? Well, there's Antonelli on track. And there's George. So we're going to be the meat in a Mercedes sandwich, it would seem.
And if possible, some full throttle will help for tyre temps.
Copy.
.5 degrees track temperature. Crawford's taken a while to get his feedback going. Look, Sargent's already up to 3 out of 5. And we'll be up to 4 out of 5. Crawford still hasn't hit 3 yet, and he was out the pits first. We should just get feedback in time from the pair of them. We've made an improvement with Logan's car. How much of an improvement? Decent improvement, up to 93%. So some fine-tuning required, but that's some really good progress there. Now I just need Jack to get a wriggle on. Tyres are dying. In fact, he's done, isn't he? So we can just call him in. It's Jack that we're waiting on.
About tyres. Copy.
Will I get it before I have to call him in?
And box, dislike box, pit confirm.
Oh, what? Did I miss? No, Logan's here. Crawford started his next lap. Looking at the wrong car. There we go. That's where Crawford is. So we've got a lap, basically, until the tyres are set to explode. And there it is.
How does the car feel?
Feels quite okay, I think.
Copy that.
So we went a little bit too far there. Let's pull that back to a 2.8 then. Now I can pull this back to here. That's just about where it needs to be. Everything else hasn't moved. So theoretically, that should be it. Strip out the fuel so I can make the change. That's only good. We went the wrong way. With both the rear wing and the roll bar. Oh dear. So it's a 13 on this car then, which means that is going to be a 5.5. Pretty sure of that. Front wing. It's too high. Got to bring that back. Actually, now I've got to push the front wing up to about there. Take that down to there. Bring that back to there. That is right on the edge, just there. Might need to push it back a little bit further still, but... yeah, I think we'll go to there. Let's bring that front wing back up again to there. So that's right on the edge now. Let's go... let's go to that one. And fingers crossed, that will be 100% when we put that car back in. I've got no tyre left, but I can do that. There we go. And we have finished first practice. So into practice 2. Main driver's back in the car. Setups are prepped and ready. Let's see what the durability is like on these tyres. I'm thinking if we go with mediums and softs, we're probably going to have to 3-stop. We might get away with a 2-stop if we go medium, hard, medium, or some variation of that, or even a soft, medium, hard, something like that. We'll see. Let's stick in 35 laps and see how far these tyres will go. Probably not 35 laps. And out we go.
Green light.
We will jump out just in front of Charles and just behind him, and now he's the meat in the Cadillac sandwich. Well, he was. Not anymore.
How are these tires? And try to work on your front tires.
They're still the same.
Tyres have just about fired up. They're just outside the window. They need a little bit of extra pace. Using the battery might give it that little bit of extra pace, but I think we would need dirty air to keep them in the window. Still 27.5 degrees as the track temperature, so it's starting to dip. It's gone down 0.2 degrees. It's again nothing stellar lap time wise from McLaren, although it's still early days. A little brief flash of a yellow there, but it didn't show what caused it. Somebody just running wide, I'm guessing.
Is it that working properly? And try to keep the temperature on the tires.
Again, we're really slow on feedback here.
Any feedback on the car?
This is like the complete opposite of what it's been all season. Oh, look at that. We nailed it with Checo. Lovely. Feeling that satisfaction of not using the app now, Farah. Just going to wait on Valtteri's feedback. Come on, Valtteri. 99%. I was so close to getting them both.
Keep the same.
Well, that's an easy little fix. So I'm good with that. That's the setup work done. So now it's just tyre testing. See how far we can get on these before they melt. We've done nearly 20 laps and they're down to just over 50%, so that's not too bad.
I'm managing the tire. We need to work on the tires, keep the temperature on the tires.
That would be a no. You're not managing the tyre. Once again, I'm going to plug Lollipop Man Comics on YouTube. for his short animated F1 series that he does. Very, very good fun. The the Max hearing everything moment that they scripted in was very funny. If you haven't checked out that series before, there are a lot of long-running, themed jokes now that, if you haven't been watching, might not make sense. So I do recommend going back a couple of seasons worth, at the very least. Alright, so we got 35 laps out the tyres and they're down to just over 20%. Which way do I need to move? That's nice and clear and obvious. It has to go to there. And with that, we are done in this session. In fact, we're actually done, period, it would seem. Just, yeah. So we don't need to run in the next session, but I do want to get some information on the medium tyres, so I will probably send Perez out to do that. Actually, no, I've got to send Valtteri out to just confirm the setup, haven't I? So we'll send Valtteri out. There we go, that's the end of the session. Yeah, not great times from McLaren. George once again topping the timings. Tsunoda in 9th. Albon's got a penalty today. And there is Lando down in 20th. Piastri in 12th. That is for hitting George yesterday, I believe. Or was that for hitting... Who was that he hit yesterday? Was it George? Was it Albon or was it Sainz who hit George yesterday? Out the two Williams drivers, I forget. I know it was Antonelli who hit Alonso.
Green light.
All right, we don't need to send Checo out, so that gives his engine a little bit of respite. Little flash of yellow, and again it's not. Oh no, it is going to tell us it's a spin for Lindblad.
Everything's all right here.
Just before the big DRS straight.
And that's the moment they lose it. And ultimately, just unable to bring the car under control.
Hamilton nearly gets collected. Colapinto spins on the same corner. And he nearly collects a Haas driver. Not sure which one. Didn't have enough of a shot to see.
Any comments there?
There's my feedback.
Copy that.
There's my setup at 100. But we're still testing these tyres in terms of duration. I figured we might get 25 laps out of these. We look to be about on par for that. We've done 13 laps and we're just over 50%, so 55%. So maybe 25 laps. It's probably going to push our luck a little bit, trying to get 25 out of them. But we can keep them in the window without having to push them. If we use hards, we are probably going to have to push the hards. In fact, we're almost certainly going to have to push the hards. One of the biggest challenges I've found is trying to not just decipher the tyres in terms of their performance, but what that's going to translate to in the predicted strategies as well, because they don't wear at the same rate as the predicted strategies. So we do have to kind of wing it a bit with our strategy plans, our race strategies, because they never quite work out the way we want. And there we go, 25 laps got us down to what, 15, 14, 13%, something like that on the tyres. So we're probably looking around about 20 to 22 laps on those tyres at most. It's a, what, 53 lap race? 50 something lap race, I think. A little bit better pace from Norris in this session, up to 7th, just a few tenths away. Piastri not having a great run at the moment though. Out Norris goes again. You can see Piastri, yep, there he is. Let's see if he can find something. He's gone out a set of mediums. As Hadjar goes top. No improvements so far for Oscar. If I was McLaren, I'd be very concerned, because Mercedes have looked quicker all through the practice weekend so far. But of course, it's more important to have that pace in qualifying in the race, so maybe there's still a chance for them. Gasly now has a penalty as well. That's got to be an engine part. And Ocon as well. So 2 more drivers have picked up penalties. We haven't yet. Both of our drivers will start in very high confidence with a full, complete setup. Very nice. Let's get ready for quali.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
There are 3 periods of qualifying ahead of the drivers now. Remember, only the fastest 10 will make it through to Q3 for a shot at pole position.
Charles Leclerc has been a talking point for many of late. Karun, how do you think he's doing so far?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting good lap times, so they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying coming up soon.
All right, we need to put the best bits we've got back into the car. Evening, Johnny. There we go. We're set with Valtteri. And we're set with Perez. Let's hit the track.
So now we have green light.
It's been a while since we were the first ones out, so let's do that tonight. "58 laps is, yeah, it's more than I thought. But if we can get 22 laps, if we work on the assumption of 20 laps for the mediums, that's 20, 40, 18 laps
Let's
is
get
not
plenty of
doable on
brake
the
temperature,
softs.
if you can, please.
So
Copy.
that's going to be like a soft, medium, hard, I think. We can get a good 25 to 30 laps out of the hard tyres. Let's say 25 laps to err on the side of caution. We could just about squeeze soft, medium, hard. And then keep a set of softs or mediums in case we get a safety car once we're on the hard type.
So you're in a good position.
Both Alpines out as well, Gasly and Colapinto. Gasly actually, is it Gasly or is it Colapinto? It's Colapinto, pretty close to the back of Perez. Don't think he's close enough to get a tow from us though. At least not at the start of the lap. Maybe by the end of the lap he'll be close enough. And out comes Liam Lawson.
You should have no traffic issues. Boat push and good to go.
And track is clear, track clear.
There will be mode push for last corner, mode push.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, Kimi was talking about the circuit before they made the wholesale changes. So before they removed the chicane, before what's now turn 5, and before they removed the double chicane at the end of this second DRS zone that's coming up and replaced it with just a big banked curve. The circuit does definitely flow better now than it used to, but it's still just a bit bland. I personally love the circuits that have that elevation change, like Portimao. I think it's Portimao. It's one of the tracks that we raced on during the pandemic. Some lovely flowing moves and some wonderful change of elevation as well. It's not great for overtaking, unfortunately, for a lot of the circuit. Right, 129 or 123.9. Colapinto is going much faster than us. Gasly lost a little bit of time in the first sector. Perez goes second. He is down by a lot. Wow. Bad final sector for Perez as well. Perez down 2.5 seconds to Valtteri. Here comes Lawson. Russell is just starting his lap. He's just coming out the pits now. Antonelli is winding up to start his flying lap. So let's ride on board with Kimi. Just behind Piastri as well, so we'll get a really good comparison between the best McLaren and the second best Mercedes, and well, already he's up by 0.3. George getting out of the way of both. Yeah, the double chicane that used to be at the end of this straight wasn't the worst chicane
Stop on
that
the
we've seen in
marks.
Formula One. That still is the Singapore Sling, but it was a close second. Hated it. It was horrible, that double chicane.
Didn't he?
There will be pit limiter on.
And stop in front of the garage.
So Piastri's down by at least half a second here. He goes through the final turn. And goes second, nearly 3/10 slower than Colapinto. Antonelli goes top, a second faster than Oscar Piastri. That's a big margin, a very big margin. Now it's George's turn. Fastest lap drop by 15 seconds. I'm not at all surprised. You can still see the remnants of the other chicane just there. Oh, and George has scuffed it. That's a big lockup for George.
It was George Russell involved. And nearly, just running wide.
It's not that bit there right on the curve. It's the bit before. That's the old approach to the curve, I think. So Russell's aborted his flying lap attempt. So now it's going to be all eyes on what Norris can do. Are we going to see George fail to qualify or fail to get out of Q1 again? I mean, surely. I mean, he's definitely got the pace to go through, but he's making a habit of not getting out of the first session. Alonso's gone top by 0.04 of a second. Hadjar about to complete his lap. He's not looking amazingly handy. Norris about to start. There we go. First sector 18.0. It's not quick. Who holds the fastest lap? I would guess Max. Max or Charles. I don't know actually, because it's one. It could be, one of the guys who boxed with like 2 laps to go to put on a brand new set of soft tyres. It's just to take the fastest lap point. That's one of the reasons I'm glad that the fastest lap point doesn't exist anymore. Oh, Haas. Magnussen then. Norris goes P8. He's slower than Piastri. Right, 17.7 for Hamilton. That's on a par with Russell's pace, except he actually made it through the first sector, through turn 5. This is a really nice slipstream for Lindblad here as well.
Just work on your tyres. Yep.
.35.1, that's pretty good. You see Lawson getting out of the way of both Hamilton and his teammate. Ocon is just winding up to start his flying lap as he goes through the final turn. Oh no, he's into the pits. And Hamilton goes top by a little over a tenth. Lindblad up to 8th place. Max has just set the timing screen alight in the first sector.
We're looking good. You are good to go.
35.2. He's down a little bit in the middle.
And track is clear, track clear. And will be charge button off for last corner.
Perez is potentially going to get a little bit of a hold up here. We've got a Mercedes coming out the garage. It's Russell. Max goes second. There is Russell. Ah, god damn it. Perez gets held up. That little lift will cost us at least a few tenths. I'm going to see if we can improve elsewhere on the lap. Let's turn our attention back to Valtteri then, who has not found any improvement in the first sector. And Perez is, there you go, 3 tenths down. 17.6 for Leclerc. That's a mighty first sector as well. 35.0 in the middle. He's flying. Bottas finds a bit of time, and so does Perez in the middle sectors. And no improvement for Valtteri.
Okay,
slow
we are
out of the
P15.
final turn.
Mode in, please. Mode in. Yeah, copy.
Leclerc goes top by over 2 tenths. Perez does find a bit of time in the final sector as well, but it's not enough to improve. Russell, only 11th. Is he on a set of scrubs, though? Imagine he's not using brand new tyres. He should just about have time to get back and stick a new set on. I don't know if I want to take that gamble. Don't know whether it's worth maybe hanging on to an extra set of softs. Probably not. We may as well go out one more time. Why not? It's the final qualifying of the year. Let's see if we can finally escape Q1. Ocon's tucked in really nicely here.
Your limiter is on.
Antonelli's having a really good lap so far, and Ocon is reaping the benefits of that with a mighty slipstream all through the back half of the circuit.
On and keeping it on. And we stop in front of the garage.
Antonelli goes top by 0.004 of a second. Ocon is 8th. Lost some time in that final sector. The dirty air hitting him pretty hard there. And the tyres giving up as well, probably. All right, we are back in the pits. Let's stick on that new set of softs. Ooh. What? Oh, no. It's because I didn't send him out. Because I didn't send him out, I didn't use up a set of mediums. Damn it. Okay, well, I can't send Perez back out then. So it's just Valtteri. And we'll go now. I want to have 2 sets of soft tyres. Oh, we've got a fault developing for Piastri in qualifying. Where's my mouse? There it is.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Thank you, Crofty. That much I already knew. Decent first sector. I wonder what that fault is. Whatever it is, it's not going to help, considering it's a flying lap attempt. Norris is currently in the drop zone. Piastri's not much further ahead. He's down in 15th place.
Copy.
What's the track looking like now? Yeah, it's at the top end of the grip curve now. We've got a whole flurry of traffic leaving the pits. That's going to cause some issues for Verstappen. And he does not improve in the first sector, but it's still quick though. Oh, we had a brief yellow flag pop up. Ollie Behrman running wide at turn 2.
Now this was at turn 3. And wide they go.
Yeah, that's turn 3, not turn... Oh, that's turn 2.
Be careful and watch the car
Into turn 3.
Gap is currently good. Go, 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 go.
Looking at that huge amount of traffic just approaching turn 6. I'm wondering if it's going to, any of it's going to get in the way of us. Hamilton's improving. So he's already safe. Norris has done a personal best in the first sector, and that is good pace in the first sector. Piastri has improved up to 10th place. Norris is going to catch some cars in a really bad, awkward position in the final sector here. Valtteri has not found any time in the first sector. It's frustrating and all too familiar. All right, Norris crosses the line. He gets himself up to 6th place, so he is safe.
Copy that.
We've probably got a little bit of extra dirty air. We've not improved in the middle sector. Piastri's into the pit lane, and we do not improve, and we are out in 19th at the moment. Albon's not having a good lap in the first sector. Lawson is out. Gasly trying to improve. Can Albon squeak through? Lindblad very much in a precarious position here, but Albon needs to find a huge amount of time. It's more likely Gasly will get through, and that's a bit of traffic. It's out of the way, but it will have unsettled the car slightly. No improvement for Albon, so it looks like he is going out. It's going to be down to whether Gasly can improve now. He's got some clear air in front of him as well, so he should have a really nice end to his lap here. Bortoletto's improving as well, but he is not at risk. Albon is out in 20th place. Bortoletto improves to 12th above his teammates. So can Gasly knock out Lindblad? Yes, he can. He goes P6. And that is it for qualifying. Eliminated in Q1 of both of the Racing Bulls. Lindblad ahead of Lawson. Then Valtteri in 19th. 20th is Albon. 21st is Isaac Hadjar. And 22nd here is Sergio Perez. Let's see who's stuck it on pole. Max sticks it on pole ahead of Hamilton. Sainz up in 3rd. Russell is 4th. Gasly 5th, but does have a penalty to be applied. Then it's Alonso, Leclerc, Antonelli, Behrman, Norris, Piastri just outside the top 10 in 11th place. Depending on how big Gasly's penalty is, he may start in the top 10, or he may stay where he is. Colapinto is 12th, 13th for Tsunoda, 14th for Ocon with a penalty to be applied, 15th for Hulkenberg, 16th for Bortoletto, then it's 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Albon also with a penalty to be applied. That will push him to the back of the grid. Still not a great starting place for us though. Evening, Adrian. Right, let's get ready for the main race.
Only 58 laps stand between the drivers and the checkered flag as they prepare to duel it out under the lights here in Abu Dhabi.
Yas Marina has played host to a fair few title-deciding races, such as 2016 when Lewis Hamilton secured the top podium spot, only for Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg to claim 2nd and secure his maiden World Championship.
There's a reason why the Yas Marina circuit is used as a test track. The long straights put engine power through its paces, while the twists and bends make medium-speed downforce just as important at this challenging circuit. Welcome to race day, and before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
All right, let's take a look at that amended grid then, shall we, after the penalties are applied. Max from Lewis, Sainz, Russell, Alonso, Leclerc, Antonelli, Behrman, Norris and Piastri. That's your top 10. In 11th place is Colapinto, then Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Lindblad, Lawson, Bottas up to 17th, then Hadjar, Perez up to 19th, and all three of them with big penalties. Albon down 10 places, Gasly and Ocon both taking multiple penalties to get to the back of the very back of the grid. So we'll start where we need to. I doubt we'll stay there though. Let's sort out strategy. These are what are being offered, and that's essentially what I'm going to be running. Except we'll be tweaking that like that. And let's put a tweak in here as well. There we go. Let's take some fuel out. To how much is it per lap? 1.8. 4 laps of fuel out. And we are ready. Let's send them to the grid for the start of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
The anticipation and excitement may be building up but there's a cool head on Carlos Sainz.
P3 is a very strong qualifying result for them, but they've got to work hard in this race to get some points here.
And it looks like we're good to go. Anything could happen. It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Thank you, Farah.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, 7 kilos of fuel to save over the Grand Prix. Any safety car should make that pretty straightforward. We temporarily get up to 16th. Oh, Perez gets pushed wide and he drops to the back. That's not a great start. But we have gained a place with Valtteri. Can we hold it? We're going to be on the outside line into the chicane.
I can't keep up with them. Just do your best.
We're a little bit boxed in now.
Charge on. Copy. And we need to increase lift and coast by 30%.
And we lost the place, but I kind of expected that, especially with Lawson being on soft tyres.
Yeah, copy.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Yeah, copy.
So remember, McLaren need to outscore Mercedes by 19 points today if they are going to retain their
DRS
Constructors'
is
Championship. And at the moment,
Currently P17.
they're only scoring 3 points. Mercedes themselves are on for 23.
In front of you.
No, 21. It's 6 points for 7th. All right, we've been dropped massively already. Hadjar's going to make a move on us, and there's a good chance Albon will have a crack at us as well. Everyone taking those really weird lines. We just gave up the DRS as well, didn't we? Yes, we did. Oh my god. Antonelli gets past Charles Leclerc, so he's up to 6th. That's 8 points for Kimi now. So that's 23 points now for Mercedes. They're outscoring McLaren by 20 points, and it needs to be the other way round.
Mode push. Copy.
DRS.
Copy.
Colapinto having a look up the inside of Albon. Gets him. He's likely to get us as well as Norris gets alongside Behrman but can't stick the move. We do actually keep Gasly behind us. I'm a little surprised at. Perez has closed in on Ocon. Got a golden opportunity to get that place here. Ocon on hard tyres. They're driving very defensively. No way round. Let's go into aggressive overtake.
Copy. You've got the pace. Copy.
Valtteri's almost caught back up to Lawson. Look how much time Perez lost on Ocon as a result of that failed overtake. Ocon's turned his pace up and we've just suddenly lost nearly 2 seconds. So, beginning of lap 4, it's Max from Hamilton. Russell in 3rd place is 2 seconds back. Alonso not too far behind him. Then Sainz and Antonelli. Leclerc in 7th. Behrman 8th. 9th for Norris. 10th for Piastri. As Antonelli gets past Sainz. So that's 5th place and 10 points now for Kimi. 25 points so far for Mercedes. Behrman gets back past Norris again. Bortoletto has just got past Colapinto. Then it's Tsunoda as Norris gets back into P8 again. Lindblad in 14th. 15th is Hulkenberg. 16th Hadjar. 17th Valtteri with Lawson right behind him. Looks like we lost the place and took it back again. 19th Gasly. 20th Albon. 21st Ocon. 22nd and still a second and a half adrift and now out of battery as well. And Sergio Perez.
Charge on. Yep.
So the big question in tonight's race is what is the tyre wear going to be like for the AI as we see Hamilton closing in on the back of Verstappen here for the lead. We know that we can make the 2-stop work. The front runners will almost certainly be making a 2-stop. What about the back markers though? Will they go 2 stops or will they go 3 stops? Will we even see some 4 stops? Probably not. So Norris has managed to make P8 stick and has almost completely managed to gap Behrman. It's allowing Piastri a chance to close up. And the reason I was wondering about tyre wear is because I think some of the softs are already starting to struggle. See Norris making some moves on Sainz, who's out of DRS range. Piastri's going to get Behrman this lap. Norris is going to get Sainz. So McLaren's starting to push forward. I'm out of battery with Valtteri now.
Charge on.
Copy.
There goes Norris, and you can see in the background Piastri doing the same against Ollie. Oh, Sainz gives Norris the DRS and a second bite at the cherry. Piastri didn't complete the move either. Norris is through now. And Piastri's going to go through up the inside here as well in the banked corner. And there we go. A place gained for each McLaren driver. 7th and 9th now. But still nowhere near where they need to be in terms of points. As Albon has dropped down to 21st. I think he's one of those soft tyre runners that's struggling. Leclerc having a look at Kimi. And I think Kimi's tyres are starting to wear out as well. The gap to Alonso has opened up. Still got a very good car though. Second best car on the grid. Second only to his teammate's car. And he is able to keep Charles behind, but the gap to Alonso has gone up to 3 seconds now, partly because Alonso's closed up on Russell, partly because he's under pressure, and partly because his tyres are starting to go. Lawson gets past Esteban Ocon through the banked curb. There is Perez just flashing into your screen in the background. We're going to see if we can get past Alonso, Albon this lap. It'd be nice to get past Alonso. That's not going to happen.
And very good job on tires. You are very efficient.
Okay, copy.
And tire phase update when you can.
Yeah. They're holding on.
Oh, Gasly and Valtteri side by side. Don't think we'll keep him behind us much longer. Now, can Perez make the move here? Yeah, Gasly gets up the inside into the banking. I'm assuming it was up the inside. He could have gone around the outside, but
I really struggled.
he did not get the move done with Checo. Let's have a look at the replay. Was it in or out?
Keep your eyes on Gasly here.
Inside.
It's certainly inviting.
Antonelli is in. So, first one to blink is Kimi. He's going straight onto a set of hard tyres.
Charge button on.
And he will come out at the back of the grid, but not by much. There you see Perez. He's almost in DRS range already. Alonso has passed George. Can George retake the place? Alonso covers the outside. George cuts back to the inside. Will he get him under braking? No. Alonso keeps his foot in. And now Russell yields. Norris promoted up another place thanks to that pit stop, but Piastri has slipped back a place. He should have been in P8, he's now in P9. Behrman's in. So 8 laps done for Antonelli, 9 laps done for Behrman when they're getting off the softs. Lawson coming in as well. Set of mediums there for Behrman. It wasn't a particularly quick stop. It was clean, but it looked slow. Hard tyres going on to Liam Lawson. A little slow getting away, but otherwise looked like a decent stop. Can we hang on to 9th in the DHL standings today? I hope so. That'll be worth a little bit of extra money, maybe an extra 100,000. It won't be worth much, but it's all worth something. As Antonelli gets through, he'll give us DRS. Not that we're going to be able to do much with it
Okay, let's get
against
on it.
that
Still everything to play
mighty Mercedes.
That's
Ocon's gone through on us as well. And again, gave us DRS, but I don't think we'll get that move back. Oh, we did. Just. Oh, nearly. We haven't quite. Yes, now we go. There we go. We've got the position back. Back to 16th. Russell is in.
16.
So, Mercedes undercutting both of the McLarens here. They will keep position, assuming they don't get held up in traffic. Hard tyres for George. And Russell will feed out ahead of Albon. Yes, ahead of Albon. Antonelli's all over the back of him as well. Can Oscar get the move done on Sainz here? Just saw Antonelli and there's George. I'm sorry. Oh, that sounded like a crash in the barrier. Yes, Alpine. That's Franco Colapinto into the wall.
Caution for Deb.
Right then, we can take a
Oh, he's
look now.
been hit or hit somewhat. Oh, he's hit a McLaren. He and Norris have had contact.
And the impact on the car.
That spins
is
out
quite clear.
Colapinto, damages
Bits of
Norris's
road
front
too
wing
for
on the
more than
left-hand
one
side.
driver from the pack.
And that now could be it for McLaren's hopes in the constructors. Because it's going to be a very slow pit stop to change that. Who's going to get the penalty if a penalty is applied? As Piastri still can't get past Sainz. Norris is probably going to box this lap now after that. Colapinto's down to 11th place. We'll check his car for damage in a second as well. I don't think he's got any. Might have hurt his tyres. Norris is staying out. And we've got another yellow flag as Sainz hits the pits. And so does Hadjar. It's a lock-up for Nico Hülkenberg.
Nico Hülkenberg there. All good at this point. And the car just locks.
Yeah,
By that
straight on
point,
there
it's
underneath
just too late.
the Sky Bridge. And he's going to have to wait for George to get through. He's had to let Perez through as well.
Continue like this.
That's
You're
a
doing
decent
good
stop.
job.
Sounded like a
In
good
front
stop
we
for
have
Hadjar.
Albon.
Hülkenberg's coming in.
1.4.
So we are P12 currently, but we need to do some serious fuel saving. We'll do that on the hard tyres. I am hopeful we'll get a safety car as Piastri tries and fails to get past Tsunoda. And so the soft tyres on for Hülkenberg. Will he box for his second stop before we box for our first? We're at the end of lap 12, beginning of lap 13. Max still leads from Hamilton. Alonso now 9 seconds behind those two. Charles Leclerc behind, and Tsunoda dives into the pits from P6. Albon coming in as well. Soft tyres on for Yuki. New fastest lap for Oliver Behrman. A set of mediums going on there for Alex. Perez has got Sainz right behind him. He's going to lunge us here on the brakes. Couldn't make it stick though, and Ollie Bearman is right there as well. He's going to get a monster slipstream here. As Russell gets past Valtteri.
DRS.
And we're going to give him DRS as we try and hold the line. So that's an easy pass for George. Sainz does get ahead of us. But we get the DRS. Can we retake the place from Carlos?
Red.
No. Here's the answer.
Do your best.
Sainz covered off our move. Perez didn't cut back. And Valtteri's already under immediate pressure from Kimi. All right, there we go. First McLaren into the pits. It's Oscar from P6. Let's see where he feeds out. It'll be behind Perez, I think. Oh, it's a bad stop as well. Soft tyres, though. He will be quick on this next stint. Ocon comes in. So we're back to P12 as Antonelli gets through. Bearman is all over the back of Checo.
Correct. A long way to go.
And it is P17 for
He's
Norris.
2.2 seconds behind.
How far behind is he? He's 11 seconds behind Kimi Antonelli.
Really good. Car ahead, he's Russell.
As Russell clears Lindblad.
Now we should be able to take a look here.
We retook
Now
the
this was
place
Valtteri
into
Bottas.
the banked
gap
curve.
opens up for them.
No, into turn 5. And we got the DRS. So thank you, Antonelli.
The points in touching distance now. They're 11th.
And a good move there for Valtteri. Bearman and Tsunoda both got through.
Continue.
And they both got the DRS as well. So Perez just left for dead. Norris is still out there on those mediums. I wonder if they're around the same as ours or if he's pushed them a little bit harder. He did have that little bit of contact with Colapinto that's hurt his front wing. I don't know if it damaged his tyres or not. Colapinto's car looks to be okay, but his tyres are now done. He's done quite well. He's done 14 laps on those tyres. Gasly coming in right behind him, so this could be a problem here for Pierre Gasly. He's going to have to stack and wait. At least it was a clean stop, but there was a slight delay getting underway for Colapinto as Lindblad came in. And Lindblad has jumped Gasly as a result. Right, we're currently running P8. He's still keeping Antonelli at bay somehow. Sainz and Antonelli swapping places right behind Valtteri. And our pit window opens up next lap.
He does have DRS on.
Right, Max boxes from the lead. I think he was in the lead, I'm not sure. That's not a particularly stellar stop, but it's a decent one.
That.
Medium tyres go on.
Now there's the car of Piastri. They decide
Piastri
to
just
give it a
making
go.
short work of getting past Checo there with those soft tyres of his.
And that puts them in 13th place now.
Right, Bortoletto comes in. Let's go back to Valtteri. Up to P8 now, but due to stop in a couple of laps' time. Oh, and Antonelli just forces his way through up the inside. That puts us wide. We lose a little bit of momentum and we're immediately under pressure from Sainz, but we are still in DRS range.
There's progress to be made.
So we could yet take that place back from Kimi. You see Hadjar lining up a move on Perez in the background.
He has DRS.
Okay, Lewis is in. How much of an undercut is Verstappen likely to get? He's in clear air. And he was back out in front of George. It's a decent stop for Ferrari. Nothing earth-shatteringly quick. Norris finally comes in. And is he going to have to change that front wing?
All right, let's concentrate.
Yes, he is. So this will bring him out, I think, behind Oscar Piastri.
I really struggled, just couldn't go any faster.
Can he hold off Hadjar? No, he can't, and he can't get out in front of Perez either. Although we have, I think, just gifted him DRS for this straight. Yes, we have. Aren't we generous? Valtteri's tyres finally starting to overheat a little bit. Yeah, the wear rate's been bang on all the way down the curve, look. Charles Leclerc now in for his first stop. Didn't go that much longer than Verstappen and Hamilton. He was on hard tyres. It's soft for Charles. Not a great stop. Clean, but not quick. Colapinto develops faults.
But the car's definitely not happy.
And we don't know what it
Surely
is.
some kind of fault.
Is currently out of a drive for next season is Franco Colapinto. And Nico Hülkenberg is in before we make our stop. I did wonder if he would box before we made our stop. And he has. Oh, we're going to get gobbled up here.
Yes, yes.
You could save less.
Somehow we held everybody behind us. We're going to box next lap. Behrman's thinking about a look. He's piling on the pressure. And this is really hurting both Piastri and Norris as well. Stuck behind us.
So mode push.
Right, it's going to be solid fuel saving all through the next stint and maybe the final stint as well now. I don't know why I clicked ignore. I need to box. Confirm.
Box this
Actually
lap.
going to start the fuel save with Perez now.
Copy, box. Copy.
I've got plenty of space. I can box them both on the same lap. So let's go ahead and do that.
Increase lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Yes, box now. Box, speed confirmed.
And there goes Behrman. Couldn't keep him behind. We didn't get the DRS either because we gave it up. And now Tsunoda's going to go flying past us. Piastri trying to get through as well. We were briefly 3 wide there. We're going to get dive bombed by Oscar. And then Hadjar and Norris are just waiting for their turn as well. This time we'll get DRS. It might be enough to stay ahead of Hadjar. It is just about, as Norris is trying to get through as well. Frantically trying to get through.
Charge on. Copy.
Alonso
Let's
in.
get after these cars in front.
And back out again. Is that mediums? Yes, it is. Okay, Valtteri's in. So we unleash the McLarens.
Disney.
Perez coming in as well. So long as we have a clean stop, we've got no issues here in terms of timing. .4. That's not bad. It's not going to be good enough for points, though.
You're in clear air.
And another 2.4. Let's consider those warm-up
No
stops.
traffic in pit exit.
Let's try and go quicker on the next one.
Car ahead is Albon. Car behind is Perez.
So there's Nico Hulkenberg. He boxed twice, we boxed once, and we're still ahead of him. Just.
Load push. Copy.
But this is where our pace is going to start to suffer a little bit. We're on hard tyres, which isn't great for overall pace, but good for longevity. And we're fuel saving for this entire stint because we are still 6.5 kilos over, under fueled. It's 1.8 kilos per lap, so assuming that we get lapped once, which is not beyond the realms of possibility, given where Max and Hamilton are at the moment. As Hulkenberg dives at the inside. Then we still have to find...
Continue like this.
about 4.6 kilos of fuel. Give or take. A little over 4.5 kilos. And that's if we get lapped. If we don't get lapped, it's the full 6 and a bit. Right, Piastri and Norris are fighting each other.
Next car in front is Hulkenberg. Gap to him, 2.2.
Piastri tried to get the move done, couldn't, and ended up giving his teammate DRS to help him defend. As we start lap 22, Max leads Hamilton by 2.4 seconds. Then it's Russell, a further 9 and a bit seconds back. Leclerc is in P4, 6 seconds behind George. Then it's Antonelli in P5. So once again, Mercedes currently on for 25 points earned tonight. As Tsunoda boxes from P9. Alonso 6th, 7th is Sainz, 8th is Ollie Behrman. Both McLarens are going to move up to 9th and 10th, so they're back on for 3 points right now. Hadjar is close behind. Ocon's in for his second stop.
We need to reduce K1 usage. Copy.
We will jump in with Valtteri, but I don't know if we'll jump in with Perez. Probably not.
Charge on. Okay.
That's a clean stop. Bottas is through. Perez is nowhere near. As Hulkenberg goes through, God, a long way behind Hulkenberg already. There is Perez.
Charge button on.
Yeah, very much adrift at the moment. Alonso and Antonelli squabbling. Norris has caught Behrman. And Piastri is about to attack... Piastri's been overtaken by Hadjar. Hamilton's closed the gap to less than a second. Did he get the DRS? Yes, he did. So, these two are about to go to war again, and we have a yellow flag. Please don't be Valtteri. Please don't be Valtteri. Yuki.
Here's the replay. So let's follow the action going into turn 12. The wheels just lock up there. What
That's a
caused
big
that, I
lockup.
wonder?
It's a very big lockup. Piastri into the pits. It's going out on another set of soft tyres. And once again, Max is able to keep the lead at the end of the DRS zones. Where is Oscar going to feed out? Side by side with Valtteri. Whew, that was very, very close. But he'll get DRS because we are a generous team principal. Just giving out gifts left, right and centre this season. Of course, we've been on the receiving end of a few gifts ourselves, so I can't really grumble too much. We did stay ahead of Oscar, so that's going to piss him off a little bit. Will he make the move into the banking? He'll try, but he won't make it. Let's take a look at lap times, shall we? So, current fastest lap is set by Oscar, which is a 125.8. Nobody's really lapping too close to that at the moment. I expect this lap Piastri will breeze past us now that his tyres are up to temperature and set a new personal fastest lap. Hamilton trying to close back up to Max, having lost some time. Leclerc trying to close up on Russell. Good lap for Norris against Sainz. Sainz is going to be in again soon, as this time Piastri again cannot make that move stick. He'll dive into the slipstream, get a little bit of a tow. Rear wings open. And he still hasn't got alongside enough to take the position. He'll get another bite of DRS here. And he goes to the inside, and this time surely. No, again, Valtteri holds him off. This is excellent work. Tyres are slightly overheating, but they're still fine on the windows. '18th is the target for Valtteri tonight. 20th is the target for Perez. So far, we are achieving that with Valtteri, but not with Checo. Although he is closing back in on Hulkenberg. He took 0.8 of a second out of him. Nearly 0.9 of a second out of him on that last lap. Norris gets past Behrman, so he's up to... No. Sainz gets past Norris. Norris retakes the position. And he had the DRS, so he makes that stick. Valtteri finally is overtaken by Oscar. That will give us DRS, though. on the second of these two back-to-back DRS straights.
Remember, long way to go in this race. Car behind is
I
Ocon.
don't think we're going to be able to stay with him now that he's got clear air. He's just going to push those tyres and say, see you later. So in comes Sainz. Knew he'd be stopping again soon. Didn't think it would be this lap. Hard tyres, and I don't know if he'll take those to the end or not. He might be in again. A three-way fight going on. Well, not even that. It's a five-car train here from Behrman. It's a Colapinto, Hadjar, Bortoletto and Gasly. Fuel saving is going pretty well for us, although Perez's tyres are overheating because he's in that dirty air. Can we get the move done? We've got the overspeed. Dive up the inside. Can we make it stick? Hulkenberg will have DRS, but we've got a better launch. Can we hold the position?
Next guy in front is Ocon.
He's going to try and go around the outside of us. We shut the door. And hopefully that should be the position confirmed.
You are doing a good job on tires. Keep working like this.
Bit of a slow lap of Lawson last time round. Wonder how his tyres are getting on. He stopped pretty early. He was one of the first guys into the pits, I think. I don't think I don't think Sainz will go to the end on those tyres. I think he'll stop for another set of softs. Maybe a set of mediums if he doesn't have softs available. As Piastri clears Alex Albon. And we took a second out of Albon ourselves. He's going to be in again soon. We're starting to get some better pace compared to the cars in front of us. See 128 here for Lindblad, 129.4 for Gasly. He's stuck in that traffic here. 128.5 for Bortoletto and Hadjar. Colapinto the same. Behrman around a 128.7 as he crosses the line. So we are starting to chip away. But Bottas is under pressure as Lawson's into the pits. Now we're going to be on these tyres for quite some time. Question is, can we get Perez through? It's a bad stop. This will help. This will very much help. And we are through. As Lawson exits the tunnel. And he will be behind Nico Hulkenberg as well. And we are getting our drivers into a nice, comfortable rhythm. 127.8 and a 127.9. Just a couple of hundredths between them. And quicker than most of the cars in front of us now. Right, we've got a big old queue again behind Ollie. Colapinto, Hadjar, Bortoletto, Gasly, as Hadjar decides to box, and so does Behrman. So, will Behrman get out in front of Isaac here? Or will Isaac jump him in the pit lane? Soft tyres. That's a decent stop. He's back underway again. Oh, it was a bad stop. That left rear tyre did not want to go on for Behrman. And Valtteri's up to P16 again. Lawson with an issue now, having just come out of the pits.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
As Hulkenberg dives in for his third stop of the day. What tyres is he putting on this time? And Max is in for his second stop. So that's how close Max is to lapping someone. Hulkenberg will actually get lapped by Hamilton here. But Hamilton will be into the pits himself in a moment. We've got a yellow flag. We got overtaken as well. Oh, I heard contact behind. I heard contact behind Ocon as he dived up the inside of us.
Awesome.
We've got a yellow flag here. Right, let's follow the action now at turn 7. Whoa, and there it goes. And that certainly
Well, maybe there wasn't contact behind. Maybe it was that spin. It sounded like there was contact. Bottas gets back in front of Ocon, and Max has put on a set of hards. They will go to the end for him.
Watching the action closely here. The opportunity begging to be taken.
So we get the move. Did we get the DRS off the back of the Williams? Or not? I'm guessing no, because we got overtaken again. Hadjar's close as well now.
Correct.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
So yeah, Max is going to the end. He is about 20 seconds behind Hamilton right now. But he's got clear air, so likelihood is that Hamilton will come back out behind him when he does stop. And it depends how much longer he goes as well. He may potentially come out behind someone else. Whatever that fault was for Lawson, it's not that bad. He's just set a new purple lap, 125.7. It's going to be putting Perez under all sorts of pressure. Tsunoda's going to be behind the pair of them. And we're down to 3.7 kilos under fueled. If we are lapped, that means we just need to find about 2 kilos in the remainder of this race.
But there. Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
It's an escalation of an issue, I think, for Colapinto. Yes, it is. Something's gone orange as Alonso hits the pits. Norris is now just one place behind Antonelli. And may well be boxing ahead of him as well. So there is a chance for Norris to undercut Antonelli here. In comes Franco. And we're at 17th and 19th, and I would be happy if the race ended right now. Because we will achieve our sponsor positions. Colapinto is actually going to come out behind Valtteri and Behrman, but he will be comfortably clear of Perez and Lawson. So how severe is that issue for Colapinto going to prove? As we need to get past Alex Albon here. And he did not have DRS, so we will get through.
Behind. Do your best.
It's another yellow flag.
Single yellow, where you are.
A lockup for Hamilton.
What happened there? Now we're with Lewis Hamilton here.
It's turn
Things
one.
are all right
No
here.
pressure. Maybe he's just pushing a little hard because he's about to
Fails
box.
to
But
respond.
whatever the reason
They
is,
took a
he
gamble,
very
and
much
was just
overcooked
too
it.
late.
He does have DRS on you.
Yeah, copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
And more energy available.
Copy.
So I'm not expecting Verstappen to box again on those hard tyres. So he is, on paper, at the moment, the net leader. Of course, if he does stop again, that throws everything up in the air. But he is now very close to Hamilton, who lost a big amount of time thanks to that lockup. It was 1:27.6 on his last lap. This lap is the lockup lap, so it'll be even slower. Max is lapping in the 1:25s. And Hamilton's in. So Max is comfortably going to retake the lead here. Decent stop for Ferrari. Valtteri is overtaken by Oli Behrman.
I really struggled, just couldn't go any faster.
So this is what happened. Now this was the 7th corner. There's the
Just no
opening.
defense against that. But we did get DRS. We might have a chance to retake the place. Don't think we'll get it though. Had a little look, but couldn't quite get alongside. Colapinto's right there as well now. So Gasly comes in as Hamilton rejoins in 4th place ahead of Antonelli. Sainz goes through. Here comes Piastri and Lindblad. Ocon and Hadjar will get through. I think it will be tight between Behrman and Bottas and Colapinto. It will be very tight.
There's progress to be made.
There they are. Perez somehow still ahead of Tsunoda. But this is an overtake that's just waiting to happen. As Colapinto gets through.
Remember, long way to go in this race. Car behind is Gasly. 1.8 seconds behind you.
New fastest lap, a 1:25.3. Valtteri is too far back to be able to try and retake that place from Colapinto. And Hamilton is about 8 seconds behind Verstappen now, thanks to that lockup and the undercut from Verstappen. As with Max, on hard tyres, should be going to the end. Alonso now with a new fastest lap, a 1:25.2. What is the lap record at the moment? Let's have a look. 1:24.0 from George in 2025. Yeah, that's not likely to get beaten this season, I don't think. Maybe next season, though. If this circuit's still around. Albon is into the pits. And out of battery with Perez now.
Charge button on, please.
Okay, copy.
It's going to save a little bit more fuel, but we're now inside of a kilo of what we need to save. Because we are going to get lapped. We still need to stop again. The leaders don't. As Albon rejoins in 21st place. Ahead of Nico Hülkenberg, who has been lapped by George Russell. And Antonelli is into the pits. Gasly gets through on Valtteri.
Just do your best.
He got us into the
Car
banking.
behind Perez.
So it's looking like Mercedes are definitely going to wrap up the constructors tonight and take it away from McLaren. They won it in 24. They won it in 25. They won it in 26. Oh no, they were looking like they could win it in 26, but it's going to go to Mercedes. We are 17th and 18th, which is on target. Somehow we're still just about keeping Yuki Tsunoda at bay, although he's going to get us now. He's side by side with us with the DRS.
When you can.
And we're not pushing anymore. We're going to be boxing off these tyres in a few laps' time. We have gained a little bit of tyre performance now. I am wondering if maybe instead of the mediums, do I want to risk extending this stint? To say lap 42 and then going for a set of softs, so the softs won't go that far. Yeah, it's not worth it. We won't be able to do it. So we'll stick with what we've got, but we can stretch. Oh, no, don't delete the strategy, for God's sake. We will stretch the stint slightly so that we can be a little bit more aggressive with those medium tyres. Valtteri will extend by 1 lap to lap 40. And there we go, Leclerc and Norris both into the pits. Hard tyres for Norris, he's going to the end. Leclerc is already back on track. He's gone mediums and he can probably go to the end on those as well. Given that we're about to stop for mediums and we can go to the end on them. So it's 9th and 10th for McLaren. Norris will get out just in front of Lindblad. I think Piastri still has to stop again. We'll expect to see him in a few laps' time, I think. Yeah, we're still keeping Yuki at bay, look. This is, again, great driving, defensive driving here from Perez. That is one thing we are going to miss next season. He is a better defender than Valtteri is. But Valtteri is just that little bit quicker.
Gap to him 1.7.
And less accident prone as well. We've seen Perez make more mistakes this season. Can we retake the place from Tsunoda? Yes, we can. Sold him a dummy. Feinted to the outside. Waited till Tsunoda committed and then dummied back up the inside. Ocon's in.
Car in front is Bottas.
Copy.
Right, pit window is open. Lawson's in as well. It's not a great stop here for Ocon. Problems with that front left. And Bortoletto's locked up at turn 5.
Now this was the Sauber.
The big
Nothing
sweeping
at this
hairpin.
point.
Under pressure from Oscar
The
Piastri.
brakes couldn't cope. Now they did leave it very late.
And that will let Norris through as well. So 2 places lost there for Bortoletto. It's medium tyres for Lawson, and we know that they'll go to the end because ours will. Through goes Nico Hulkenberg, so that is last place for Liam Lawson. But he will be quick now. Hajar and Colapinto fighting over P13. Hajar is through. I'll definitely have more disgruntled fans next season. Well, that depends on how we do, doesn't it? It's entirely possible I could get sacked for the first time ever next season, just because of finances rather than anything else. I've never taken a gamble like this before, and it is a huge gamble with that wage.
Tires are ready.
Copy.
It's a monster wage. In comes Bortoletto and out comes Bortoletto. Hard tire, no, medium tyres. That'll take him to the end. In PR Gamer.
Car behind is Sunoda.
Race is going okay. We're on target, and we are now finished with the fuel saving as well.
All right, let's concentrate.
No more lift and coast.
Copy that.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
So there is Valtteri.
Copy.
There is Max. And we do have to stop.
Just look after these tires.
Copy, mate.
We're going to have to fight our way back up into the position we need to be. And there is Piastri into the pits. I did think he had to stop again. McLaren will be ruining the missed opportunity of last night to score some monster points. I didn't even know if Nagel's going to get his reserve role renewed. He might do. So, currently P14 with a very fast McLaren closing in on us quickly. Russell still hasn't stopped, so I'm wondering if he's going for a set of soft tyres to close out his stint. Hamilton's now nearly 10 seconds behind Max. Tsunoda gets past Perez.
Behind we have.
But we'll get the DRS. And we might take the place back. I mean, we've been frustrating Tsunoda for many, many laps now. I think he's probably safe. Yes, he does stay ahead this time. Normally when he gets us in that chicane, we get him back into the banking. Not this time.
Car behind is Ocon.
All right, we are 2 laps away. Let's turn the tyres up.
Boxing this lap.
Copy, box.
Okay, so let's push as much as we can from this point.
Hajar will come out behind, or will he be just in front? He's just in front of Perez. I thought he might come out just behind us and Ocon, but it was not to be. I think we've got DRS off him, which is good because Ocon is breathing down our necks right now. Yes, we did get the DRS. Very nice.
No worries, mate.
And through goes Hajar, and now we are not going to have the DRS. Piastri gets through against Valtteri. Valtteri coming into the pits. And Ocon gets through. One more lap for Perez and then he'll be in.
Behind we have Albon.
And we are going to have to fight our way back because we're going to come out behind Hulkenberg.
Copy.
We've got 2 sets of soft tyres ready and waiting if we get a safety car with about 10 laps to go. Russell
You're in
boxes.
clear,
Max is through into the lead. Hamilton will go back up into second place. He's now 8 seconds behind Max, just under. Closing the gap slightly. We'll take 10 to him out of that lap as well. Leclerc with a purple lap. 125.1.
car
Still
ahead
a
is
second
Albon.
shy of the lap record.
Lawson behind you.
And I never actually paid any attention. What was the stop? Let's see. The replay's up on the screen. 2.598. Ah, that's
So there's
terrible.
18 laps to go, including the
That's
one.
terrible. Let's get these tyres fired up. Piastri has a fault.
Can you just check the deployment? It seemed a little bit funny in that lap.
Battery issues. Out of position. Constructors title slipping further and further out of reach. Not been a good day for McLaren. Right, so where is Valtteri? Valtteri has been lapped. Max is ahead of us, so I don't even think we got blue flagged either. I think we just came out behind him.
Gap to him 7.5.
Hamilton is still taking chunks out of Max. Gap's down to nearly 7 seconds now. He'll be cruising up to the back of us soon. Come on, good stop, please. Good stop, please. Nope. Going to finish with a bit of a whimper in this challenge.
And what's a wide
So Max is through, Hamilton's through. Leclerc is going to get us the second we come out the pit lane. There he is. He's going to get us before we get out the pit lane. So that's worked out quite nicely. We're going to have DRS. And a chance to get some heat into the tyres a little bit quicker. Valtteri's tyres up to temperature. Let's turn them down and turn the battery on.
No management required.
There is George in the background.
Mode push.
Copy.
Can he finish this this season with a podium? I'm not sure he can. Lindblad drives into the pits. Tsunoda coming in as well. Wow, Tsunoda stopping again already. That's not a great stop there for Lindblad. The stop itself was okay, just a slow release. Through goes Tsunoda into the pits. Valtteri's up to P18. It's a decent stop there for Aston. Valtteri is definitely coming under pressure. You'll see the Ferrari in a second. And Perez might have a chance here to get past Tsunoda. George with a new fastest lap, a 124.9.
Yep.
And Tsunoda's come out right behind Charles Leclerc. So, yeah, that chance of getting past him, I think, is just gone with his soft tyres. We are up to temperature with ours. Let's turn those down a touch. We have got some to play about with, but rather have that at the end of the stint. Evening, Wayne. I was wondering where you'd got to. We are on target with Valtteri, but we are below target with Perez. How much pace can we find, though? There is Max. We did a 1:26.0. We were almost a second quicker than Max. Almost a second quicker than Hamilton. Other targets, P18 like usual. 18th for Valtteri and 20th for Perez. I wanted to hedge my bets a little bit, given how abysmal our performance was last night, where we didn't get either driver home on target. Evening hashtag. Did anyone win the Drivers' Championship? Yes, George, a couple of races ago. And Mercedes are on course to win the Constructors' Championship tonight. New fastest lap for Isaac Hadjar, 1:24.6, and all of a sudden we are getting closer and closer to the fastest lap record, which is a 1:25.0, I think, or 1:24.0. 1:24.4 from Lindblad. Lap record is a 1:24.096 from a couple of years back. No, last year. With the cars being under new regs, I didn't expect it to get beaten this season, but those times are getting close. We're out of battery for both of our drivers. Going to let them top up a little bit now over the next few laps. Valtteri's done the hard work to at least avoid an immediate blue flag from Hamilton. Perez is taking a big chunk out of Hulkenberg. Let's ride on board with Perez. Ah, we're getting blue flagged. Who's that for? George?
Gap to him 1.8. Race is long.
See, he wasn't close enough to make the move, yet we still lifted and then got back on the throttle again. And this time we're going to let him through.
Is the car okay? I'm getting like weird vibrations starting my laps.
So through goes George. Sainz gets past Albon, past Alonso. Albon is about to be overtaken by Valtteri, I think. Lindblad's only just in front as well. No, that's not Lindblad, that's Max. Saw a Red Bull and just assumed it was Lindblad. I don't know why. He's not even driving for Red Bull.
Do your best.
We're in the DRS of Albon, but he's going to get it off the back of Verstappen.
Very happy with your tyre use.
And Alonso into the pits. And we're getting blue flagged again. Why? Oh, the Ferrari. I'm looking at Valtteri this time, not Perez. Hamilton's finally caught us. Soft tyres going on for Alonso, and if anyone's got a chance at the fastest lap, it's him. That's a slow stop. And Antonelli has definitely got a chance of setting the fastest lap record here. Is that the same issue already?
Why are we giving so much?
Wow. Albon's car is either falling to bits or one part of his engine in particular is falling to bits. I think it's the second. He might retire at this rate. All right, we are on the back of Nico Hulkenberg. Let's go with a little bit of that spare tyre now.
So increase pushing status.
And we have lost that time to the back of Albon, who's still tucked up behind Verstappen. It's going to make it very hard to hunt him down. Although, having said that, Hamilton is closing in very quickly. He's just 3 seconds behind now. And the second Hamilton gets close enough, Albon will have to lift. And maybe we can capitalise on that.
All right, let's concentrate. DRS.
Copy.
Question is, can we get past
Good
Albon
job on tires, continue
before we
like
get
this.
blue flagged by Leclerc and co? I think we're right on him. So he had a big lift. Did we jump him? No, because he's now getting a slipstream off the Ferrari. We go through on Hulkenberg. Now we have to go about hunting down
And try to cool down the tires
Liam
as
Lawson.
much as possible.
Let's cut back to Valtteri.
Copy.
Albon's already been dropped by Hamilton. And we are swarming. Let's harvest.
Okay,
Save
let's
a
get
little
on
bit
it.
of battery here.
Still everything to play for.
10 laps to go.
And just a reminder on DRS.
Copy.
Charge on, please.
Copy.
There is Charles Leclerc. With Yuki Tsunoda not far behind him.
What about tyres?
Tires are very consistent.
Charge on.
Copy.
There we go. We are through on Albon.
Push.
See if we can break away from him quickly as well. We're not going to move any higher, I don't
Tyre
think. We're
point of
too
view, we
far
don't think
back.
Lift and coast is necessary.
Yep.
And Hamilton's now just a second and a bit behind Verstappen. Max has just not had any pace for the last half a dozen laps or so. And Hamilton has been reading him in hand over fist. Is he going to bow out his final race for Ferrari with a win? Could be his last ever win if he does get it. I don't know if we're going to have a car that's going to be able to provide him with a win before he retires. So it could be a bittersweet moment here for Hamilton. But then he was all over the back of Max in the first stint and could not get past. We're going to see more of that this time around. Perez is taking big chunks out of Liam Lawson, who I think might have been blue flagged on the last lap. Looks like Russell went past him. And Hadjar's into the pits. He's going to get lapped. Soft tyres. Here comes Max and Hamilton across the line. Is this tactical from Red Bull to try and put some pressure on Hamilton, even though he'll be a lap down? He can keep the pace up. He's going to come out behind Valtteri. He's going to come out behind Leclerc. So if that was the plan, it's not going to work because he's going to get blue flagged for Leclerc here. There we go. Eight laps to go.
Tire phase update when you can.
General, are you okay?
We immediately get overtaken by Isaac because we got blue flagged by Charles. God damn it. Now we're not likely to get that place back either.
His focus is a long race. Car behind is
I was kind of hoping we'd be able to stay ahead, but that has not
5.3.
been the case. Behrman's into the pits. He's comfortably clear. He's not going to get in our vicinity anytime soon. Where is Perez in conjunction to Lawson? 2 seconds and closing. I don't think we... actually, Lawson's all we need. We need 20th place with Perez. So, it's on. It's definitely on. Fault for Ocon.
I had the quarter pad shift.
Minor gearbox issues there developing. There's Hulkenberg as well. It's tight behind. We have got a nice healthy amount of tyre left still. I'm going to save until we get to that a little bit closer though. We can't really push the fuel anymore. We're borderline. It's 1.8 kilos for a lap of fuel. And we are just safe with both cars at the moment. I can afford to lose a position to Tsunoda, but I can't afford to lose a position to Albon as well. So it's not over for Valtteri either. But again, we have a little bit of spare tyre. I don't know what condition the tyres are on the cars around us. And of all the little extra mods that we've thrown in, I have to say I am enjoying the hiding the tyre percentages the most, I think. It just adds an extra element of uncertainty into our race strategies. Not knowing how the tyres are going to perform for us because we're running the tyre wear mod, and not being able to see the AI's tyre wear at all means that we have no idea how fast they're burning through their tyres. Or not in some cases. Oh, we have a yellow flag. Where was it? Who was it? It was Hulkenberg. So that takes a little bit of pressure off behind us.
Turn 1. Oh, and the car locks up. Just unable to control the car by that point.
Not a great way to end his career. Hulkenberg retiring after this Grand Prix. Alonso's going to bow out with some points. He's currently in P7. Oh, is this a retirement for Albon?
Why are we clipping so much? It's like crazy.
He had some vibrations. That might have been the engine. That's the second battery issue that we've heard from him. His car hasn't gone red, so I think he has 2 separate faults in his car. The engine issue might have been temporary, but the battery issue will make it hard for him now. So there's a chance that even if we don't get Lawson, Albon's pace will suffer. Lawson will get him and we'll get past Albon. We've got 5 laps to go. It will also give Valtteri a little bit more breathing room as well. He was hanging onto the back of Tsunoda. That's not happening anymore. He's now 2.5 seconds behind him.
6 laps to go.
Yeah, copy.
5 laps. We're a lap down. We're 2 seconds behind. We took 6/10 out of Lawson. We don't have a lot of battery, but I do have some tyre, and I'm going to start to use it.
And push.
Oh, Alonso's in the pits. You just saw on his steering wheel those tyres were at 30%. He could have stretched them.
Continue like this.
He might not score points now. He's gone for a fresh set of soft. Where is he going to come out? He's going to come out at least behind Colapinto, maybe behind Bortoletto. There's Bortoletto. He's going to come out in P12, and he's not got long to A, get those tyres up to temperature, and then B, get his pace up to the point where he can actually move forward back into the points again. But as a consolation, he may be able to set the fastest lap and break the lap record in his final Grand Prix, because Alonso is retiring as well.
5 laps to go, including this one.
He immediately gets past Bortoletto with some DRS. Will he hold the position, though, into the banked curve? Because he's now going to give it up.
Race is long.
Yeah, he's not going to get taken, I don't think. Bortoletto not close enough. I'll think about a look, but that's it. Alonso's going to drive away from him, so he's just 3.5 seconds away from points. He will get there. I have no doubt about that. So Valtteri's tyres up now.
Don't need to worry about management on these
Go back to
tyres.
Perez as we make the move on Liam Lawson. Can we make it stick?
Use the energy.
Copy.
Turn onto that just in time to get the battery switched on.
Albon.
Let's see
Now, we
the
can
build-up.
see what happened. Now this is Sergio Perez. It's there for the taking. And Perez completes the overtake.
And we burnt a ton of battery. Look, we burnt over 20% of our battery just to get out of that chicane, just to get the move done. But we got it done.
Gap to him.
And now we can go after Albon and just make doubly sure that we can finish in 20th or higher.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't risk 18th for both, but I'm glad I did risk 18th for Valtteri. For that extra little bit of cash. I thought we might struggle tonight, and that certainly has been the case with Perez. Oh, is that Albon out of the race?
And yeah, a terminal failure.
It is.
Absolutely gutting.
That's... oh no. Maybe it isn't. If it's his battery that's failed, he'll keep going. But he will be very slow now.
Charge button.
We'll get past him here without having to use our own battery.
Charge button on.
And that is 19th place. Lawson trying to get through as well. He doesn't get the move done, but he will get DRS. Albon will get DRS to help him defend, but I think it's just a matter of when. Lawson's very slow out of that corner. He actually lost a bit of ground by the time they got to the banked corner there. So, is it engine or is it the battery that failed? I think it's the battery. If he stays out, it's the battery. Oh, no, it's not. It must be the engine then. He is into the pits to retire with 2 laps to go. And we are now confirmed as being able to finish in the top 20 with Perez.
One car stop outside of the track.
An ignominious end to his Grand Prix, to his season. He's had some stellar pace at times this year. Scored a good number of points, but yeah, finishing the season with a very bad car, with a very bad performance. Speaking of ignominious ends, Nico Hülkenberg currently 17.5 seconds adrift at the back of the grid. It looks like Max is going to hold on. Hamilton's pace has fallen away a bit. Maybe he's pushed his tyres too hard to try and close up. Colapinto now potentially retiring as well.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
We don't know what the fault is. Is it enough to go orange, go red? No, it's not. He's still out there.
The temperatures are going slightly up.
2 more laps after this
It's the final lap. Tyres should just about hang on. We've got a 2-second gap. Let's not take any unnecessary risks with the tyres.
And try to cool down the
We
tires.
will burn what's left of the battery for both drivers.
Okay.
So deployed.
Cool your tyres.
We have a couple of seconds to each of the cars behind us.
Mode push.
Copy.
Are there any last-minute fights? This is the closest there is to a fight. They are just ahead of the leaders, so they will go one more lap. Ocon is lapped. He will finish behind Verstappen, who will finish the season with a win. Or will he? Oh my word, he's run out of fuel. Hamilton limps across the line to take the win. Leclerc takes second.
Verstappen stopped
and he runs out of fuel. Oh my god, it's chaos. Everyone's just running out of fuel.
Red flag.
Max is saved by the fact that the red flag came out there.
Absolute joy for Mercedes. Just look at them. Elated to have won this year's Constructors' Championship.
And they certainly had to work hard for it.
What a bizarre end to the season.
And Lewis Hamilton takes to the podium once more, adding yet another trophy to his legacy.
Hamilton does get the win, which may be his final ever win in Formula One.
And it's sure to provide them with a real...
No pressure on me.
And with that, the drivers finally get the chance to cool off and enjoy themselves.
Can't believe Max ran out of fuel. And Leclerc, and well, Hamilton definitely ran out of fuel as well. He only just managed to limp over the line before he ran out of fuel.
How do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that then concludes our time here in Abu Dhabi.
And that's it for this season of Formula One. The teams will be working hard at the break, gearing up for another year of thrilling F1 action.
Such a lack of faith in the comments. Hamilton wins his final race for Ferrari, possibly his final win in Formula One. Depends on how quickly we can get our car up to speed. I'd like to think we'll have a chance of podiums on the odd race next season. But I'm certainly expecting a lot of point finishes next season. Charles takes second place. George is third. Max is classified in fourth because of the red flag blocking traffic. So, you know, he does finish with 12 points somehow. Sainz finishes in fifth ahead of Lando Norris in sixth. Seventh is Gasly, up 14 places tonight. What a drive from Perez. From Gasly. Antonelli in 8th place. 9th place, Fernando Alonso, who does score points in his final race in Formula One. He is retiring now, and we will not see him again. Oscar Piastri finishes in 10th to take the final point, but it was not enough from McLaren. They have not been able to keep hold of their Constructors' Championship. That has gone to Mercedes. 11th was Colapinto. 12th was Bortoletto. 13th for Lindblad. 14th for Behrman. 15th for Ocon. Weird dichotomy of positions there for Haas. Yeah, threw that one in there for you, Farah. Down 6 places for one, up 7 for the other. Hadjar finishes in 16th place. 17th for Valtteri. 2 laps down, it says, because we never crossed the line at the end. Thanks to that red flag. 18th place and down 6 positions for Yuki Tsunoda. Not a great way to finish his season. Perez 19th, where he needed to finish. 20th for Lawson, and a horrible end to an eventful career for Nico Hülkenberg. He finishes 21st, down 8 places and 2 laps. And we will not see him on the grid again either. And also a disappointing way to finish the season for Alex Albon after some really strong performances and some really good results. He has failed to finish tonight. The only retirement. Let's see what the driver standings look like, shall we? George, champion, is top, 374 points. He finishes 62 points clear of Charles Leclerc in the end. Max overtakes Oscar. Maybe that was the reason why Max blocked the traffic to bring out the red flag. Well, technically it wasn't Max, it was his teammate who blocked the traffic and called out the red flag. It stopped Oscar from keeping third place in the standings. Max takes it by 6 points. Then it's Lando on 208. Hamilton jumps above Sainz to finish on 201 points with his first and only win for Ferrari this year, although he did win a sprint. 5 podiums, though, this season. Not a bad year, in all things considered, for Hamilton. 7th place in the standings at the end of the year for Carlos Sainz on 195 points. He had a great season, got himself a win as well, and 3 pole positions. He really did get a lot out of that Williams, and he will be moving to replace Hamilton at Ferrari, going back to Maranello. Antonelli finishes his season with a win in 8th place, 153 points for him. He won a sprint as well, took a couple of pole positions and got a fastest lap. Alonso ends his career with a win. I'm so glad that he did get a win this year. He also managed to get a couple of fastest laps, 134 points for him, 2 ahead of Alex Albon, who finishes the season in 10th. He had 4 podiums and 2 poles this season. In 11th place is Pierre Gasly, tied with Alex Albon, just could not quite get ahead of him in the end. 3 podiums and 1 pole for Gasly. Tsunoda finishes in 12th. He had just the 1 podium, and that was at Suzuka, his home Grand Prix, way back at the beginning of the season. Valtteri Bottas in 13th place with 33 points. Highest finish of the season was 4th place in the opening Grand Prix, thanks to the chaos of the safety car, destroying the strategy plans for the AI. Left us almost fighting for the podium. Albon actually took that podium in 3rd place in that race, and we were half a second behind him across the line. Hadjar finishes the season 14th, a disappointing season for Hadjar. So much promise, just not able to consistently find the results this season. Outscored by Valtteri by 7 points this year. Hülkenberg finishes in 15th with 15 points, 2 ahead of Sergio Perez, who is out of a drive for next season. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's just going to sit on the sidelines. Franco Colapinto also is not having a drive next season, I don't think. He is also on 13 points. Unlucky for 2, it would seem. 10 points and 18th place for Liam Lawson, just ahead of Esteban Ocon. Ollie Behrman scored just 5 points, despite having some monumental pace at times this season. Hopefully Haas can improve their car for Behrman's sake, if nothing else. Bortoletto finished with a point in 21st, and Lindblad failed to score a single point all year. He is leaving Racing Bulls and replacing Nico Hülkenberg at Audi. Let's see if he has a better season next year. So the Constructors' Championship is decided. Big points for Ferrari, who leap McLaren. McLaren lost out on second place to Ferrari in the end. Oh, huge disappointment for McLaren. So Mercedes top with 527 points, Ferrari with 513 points. I think another round, they might have even won the championship. They've been scoring a lot of points recently as well. McLaren finished with just 9 points this weekend on 499 in total. Williams hold on to fourth place ahead of Red Bull despite Albon's woes today. If Max had been able to cross the line, then it would have been Red Bull in fourth. But as it is, they finish in fifth on 323 points, 4 points behind Williams. Aston Martin on 219 points, 145 points for Alpine. We finish in 8th place. Our target for the season was 9th, and we have comfortably beaten that. 46 points for us, 16 points for Audi in 9th. 1 point ahead of Haas, who finished with 15, and Racing Bulls, disappointing season for them. They finished bottom with 10 points. Right, now it's time for the DHL competition. How did we do? Well, we didn't make the leaderboard, but there's quite a few teams missing from the leaderboard. There's only one Red Bull, one McLaren, no Ferraris, no Haas, no Cadillac, unfortunately. It's the quickest stop is a 2.106, which is the fastest stop for Red Bull this season. I think it might be the fastest stop all season. McLaren, oh no, it's not. McLaren have pinched it from Red Bull. Look, they're 2,000ths quicker. They finished in second. Third place tonight was Mercedes, who also takes 7th. Fourth place was Gasly for Alpine. They also get 9th with Colapinto. Aston pick up a couple of positions as well, 5th and 8th. Audi gets some points with Hülkenberg. He did achieve something in his final race. And Williams pick up the final point in 10th with Sainz's stop. 2.336, what was our best stop? Not even close. 2.449. So, yeah, disappointing end to the season as far as the pit stop challenge goes. Let's see what the standings look like then. McLaren do win the title. They won it last night. They finished on 517 points. Red Bull second with 456. Mercedes overtake Ferrari to take third place by 12 points. Ferrari on 270. Racing Bulls, no points for them. They finish on 237. Alpine finished 6th with 212. Then it's Aston with 143. Audi with 128. Williams overtake us by a point. No! That steals money out of my pocket that I so desperately need. God damn you, Williams. We finished 10th then with 67 points, one behind Williams, and Haas bottom with 44 points. Both drivers achieve their sponsor targets, 827,000 and change added to the bank. We're still going to be in debt, and let's head back to HQ and start running towards the end of the year. So, 10th place is worth just $600,000. We are still in debt. Low confidence from Marco Pironi, but it doesn't seem to matter who the sporting manager is or what their actual confidence is. It always says low on this screen. That's just a bug in the coding. The board has high confidence in us. That's unchanged. Are they going to pay us some money? We won't find out until the end of the season, the end of the year. We've still got 2 weeks to go, and well, 2.5 weeks. We are 1.25 mil in debt. And once again, we're getting, angrily worded emails from our financial accountants. So let's take a look at the F2 feature standings. Dino Beganovic wins the last F2 race of the season ahead of Alex Dunn and Paul Aaron. Let's take a look at the final standings in the F2 Championship. Ugo wins for McLaren. Well, not for McLaren, but sponsored by McLaren. They get third as well, with Alex Dunn finishing in third. Mini separates the two. And then Crawford came in fourth. That's our reserve, Jack Crawford, with a decent run, beating out Victor Martin by just 3 points. Zach O'Sullivan, the highest placed Ferrari, in 6th place. Dino's win in the final race gets him within 7 points of Paul Aaron, and ahead of his teammate Noel Leon. Kimi Antonelli showing as part of the grid for some reason. I don't know why. That's very weird. Colapinto as well. Very strange. Luke Browning ends his single-seat career his UK single-seat career in 16th place. He is retiring, off to find another form of motorsport where he can get a seat. And here is the championship results email. So George wins the championship, 374 points. He's very proud of himself and proud of the team. Mercedes taking home the constructors. Toto says, we had a goal, we fought tooth and nail and achieved it. He's incredibly proud of everybody. There are the final standings once again. Let's advance time, because there's nothing else we can do. Yeah, I know we're in debt. They'll have to remind me every day. Jesus. Valtteri is offered to come back with a counter offer, because we've looked to try and reduce his contract a little bit. Let's make a counter offer. So he is currently on 12.5 mil. We're trying to just bring that salary down just a little bit if we can. Let's offer him a slightly improved bonus. 75,000, but for third. And let's bump the signing bonus up. We're going to have to really bump the signing bonus up. I don't mind taking a little bit of extra financial pain now if it will pay off in the long run. And we're set to save 5 million. Well, it's renewing him for 2 seasons rather than just 1 more season. If he doesn't accept that, then we'll just let his contract run out and replace him next year. We'll see what he see what he does with that. I'm just hoping I can try and reduce costs for next season a little bit. Ricardo's only being paid 3.5 mil. I'm quite content to leave him there. I might, maybe, how much are we paying for Pietro? It's only 300,000 a year, so we'll keep him. But I don't know whether I want to keep both of these guys. I mean, they're not that expensive. I think they're 500k a piece. Oh, he's only 150. Wow, Crawford's cheap. Well, yeah, we'll keep them then. We will absolutely keep them. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Alessio Aluni Bravi is saying, well done. Team boss of not Alpha. Alpha haven't been in the competition for a couple of years now. Of Audi. There we go. We'll get it right. The chassis is complete. The side pods are complete. We can't do any further research. A, there's no time left now, and B, we didn't have the money anyway. And there is the rear wing. So, he says no. Okay, so he's still under contract for another year. It just means that we won't be reducing that down. That cost to terminate is way out of, way incorrect. It'll be about 5 to 6,000. That'd be nice. 5 to 6 million, which is about what we paid to release Perez from the final year of his contract. We're going to create a quick save because I want to be able to see what the research looks like now that we are complete on research for the year. See what our final efforts have proved to be. So our chassis for next season will get a nice 10.5% engine cooling bonus, about 9% across the board everywhere else. The front wing will get a nice just under 10% boosted tyre wear, about 9% on airflow on each of those two areas there. And we will cover off the losses and make gains as well. So that's nice to see. The rear wing, we have now covered off that shortfall we had in low speed performance. So that's good. We're going to make gains across the downforce range. We'll gain about 12.5% nearly on the airflow sensitivity, 15.5% on drag reduction, and 15.5% on DRS. I mean, they're high numbers in terms of percentage gains, but they're high percentages of a low number. So it still won't be an amazingly quick car next year. But it will take a step in the right direction. Side pods, 8% on engine cooling, about 6% on airflow and drag reduction. Underfloor, again, covering off those losses quite nicely, especially in the low speed here. 8.5% gain in the airflow sensitivity and drag reduction as well. And then our suspension, we're getting a 19% gain in tyre wear for next season, which is a huge amount. When you combine that with the near 10% we're getting from our front wing as well, that's a big percentage gain in total for next season. About 20%, about 30%, just a fraction under 30% in total. So that's really good, because tyre wear is going to be vital for us next year, I think. 13, 34 and 42, the numbers in downforce gains against the losses there. So again, covering that off nicely. And just under 9% gained in airflow and nearly 9% gained in drag reduction. So we've made some really good gains on paper. The question is just how effective are those gains actually going to be? Will they bear fruit? We won't know until we come back on Monday. But before we get to that, let's advance time to the board review. Yes, I'm in debt, I know. I'm about to clear it with this money from the board. We achieved our sponsor target. Oh, we do get 6 million on the final day of the season, or the final day of the year. Debt cleared. Fantastic. That means we'll have a little bit of money to start fixing all the facilities that we've ignored because we haven't had any money. No mandatory activities. Team marketability has gone up to 710. That's nice. That's very nice. Our main title sponsor was definitely satisfied. We are not going to make any adjustments here because I am going to be doing it manually for next season on the editor, because we're reducing the number of races, increasing the number of sprints. Going to keep the positions in the calendar pretty similar, and then from next season onwards, the plan will be to then use this to randomize our grid a little bit, and then maybe we'll see a couple of races either move position or maybe get swapped out for the 4 races that won't be in next season's calendar. It'll be interesting to see how that works out, but we will always, from this point on, have 20 races and 10 sprints. So if you haven't voted, you still have time. You have about an hour before I sit down and start working on mods for next season. So if you have not voted yet, go to the posts tab of the channel, cast your vote as to what Grand Prix you'd like to see removed and what sprints you'd like to see added. So Valtteri finishes the championship in 13th with 33 points. 16th and 13 points for Checo, who is now leaving the team. 8th place overall for Cadillac and 46 points. That'll be worth a decent amount of sponsor money next season. Prize money, sorry. Team rating is... I'm not sure if that means it's gone up to 2 stars or... I don't think it does. I think it means we're about 1 1/3 star. Maybe 1 1/4. So our long-term objective was to score 50% or points in 50% of the races. I didn't expect us to get close at all this year. And we ended up doing 7 out of the 12. We still have 1 more season on that long-term objective. I'd like to think if we can get 7 points finishes this season, we can get 12 next season. We finished 1 place ahead of our target performance there. There you see the team principal rating has gone up by 200 points, which is the maximum it can go up in a season. Best driver, Valtteri. Best position in the championship, 8th. Constructors rating for the team has gone up to 320. The drivers has gone down. Not quite sure why it's gone down. Maybe it's because Hamilton hasn't joined yet. I don't know. Heritage stays at 1. Team rating goes from 271 to 330. So we've made progress across the board, apart from, weirdly, this driver stat here. Not sure why that's happened. The board has high confidence and is going to throw us an extra 1.5 million. Thank you, board. It's very kind of you. Speaking of the board, what did they think of our final Grand Prix? Oh my god, I got 5 of the 6 that need work now. Oof. Where's all my money? I got my 1.5 mil from the board. Where's my 6 mil from the sponsors? I should be on nearly 7 mil. 6.5 at the least. Ah, that's annoying. I'm going to have to check to see if we've been gypped there, and we may have to add 6 million to the start of our balance. I'll check that over the weekend, investigate, see whether or not we have been robbed of some cash. Yeah, the board, how did they feel? They were disappointed with that result. Well, I was satisfied with that result, so yeah, I'm the team principal. My decision carries, I think. They are going to be really pissed about finances. It's not going to get any better next month, I don't think. Next season, it's probably going to get worse, if anything. Let's take a look at the inbox. So, main drivers in a moment. We'll start with the affiliates. Jack's gained a point in smoothness. No gains for Mr. Sargent. We knew about those losses there for Ricciardo. No change to Fittipaldi. What about the main drivers then? No change to either of them. Regulation changes for next season. So we are going to gain hours for next season. We would have been on 88 had the vote been turned down. That's how many we were on to finish in 9th. That's how many we started this season with, I think. Was it? Or maybe we started with 92. I'm not sure. We might have started with 92. But had the vote not gone through, we would have started next season with just 84 hours. As it is, we're starting with 96, which is more, definitely more than we had this season. So that's worked out really nicely for us. We will gain some time in the wind tunnel and in the CFD simulator as well. We will go from 69 to 72 MAU hours. Prize money. This season we were up for a 7.5% share. That's how much we will get from this season's prize money. That's not bad. 7.5%. Next season, if we stay in the same position, we will actually lose 0.2%. But I'm hoping we will be stepping a bit further up the field next season. I don't think we'll be as high as 5th, but it would be nice if we can get that high. I'm aiming for 6th, personally. I don't know what the board's going to set the target as. We'll find out in a moment. And that is everything, I think. There's nothing else I can do. I can't even do any of this. Is there anything else that I can maybe fix? I can fix that, but that's an unnecessary expense at this early stage. We won't need that till March. Maybe February, at the very end of February. So, we will ignore that for now and then fix it up if we have the money next season. I'm prepared to just let that rot if necessary. That weather centre, it's not been particularly helpful to us this season. I don't think it will be particularly helpful next season either, even if we do, refurb it or even, bump it up a level. So I need to check over the weekend whether or not we've been gypped of 6.08 mil from the sponsors again. It's happened to us once already this season, although that was down to a game crash. I also need to make some changes to liveries. Put in a couple of new car models for Ferrari and Red Bull. They will be running the 2026 car model next season. Hopefully we'll have a couple more, or at least one more over the weekend. That's up to how quickly the modders get them out. At the moment it's just those two. There will be some changes to everyone else's livery. I don't know if I'm going to change the Cadillac livery yet. I might do. I have 2 other liveries to choose from. So I will have a think about that. But we will be back on Monday at the usual time of 8 p.m. It'll be a long one on Monday because we will have all of the pre-season to go through before we get to the opening Grand Prix, which will be Melbourne. And make sure you bring yourself plenty of snacks, plenty of stuff to drink, because it's going to be a good 3.5-4 hour stream on Monday, at least, I would imagine. And over the weekend, there'll be some other bits and bobs as well. I'll have a bit more rolling line. I've made some really good progress on the layout, and I'm currently messing around with some AI programming for that to try and automate areas of the layout. So I'll have an update stream on that at some point over the weekends. There'll be more Jurassic World Evolution 3 content over the weekends. I am hoping to be able to stream some Truck Sim over the weekend as well. It's been a while since we fired that up. And then, as I say, back on Monday at the usual time of 8 p.m. to start Season 2. So, last reminder, if you haven't voted, you've got until it turns midnight my time, so about 45 minutes to finish casting your votes on the post tab of the YouTube channel for next season's calendar. And I will be back with more F1 Manager and the start of Season 2 very soon.